Good morning, children. So, last class we have seen about the different categories of farmers: small scale farmers, large scale farmers, yes, then farm laborers. Today, in this class, we are going to see about the agricultural land. Okay. So, we know that farmers do agriculture in the agricultural land. Yes. So, there are two different categories of agricultural land. They are rain-fed agricultural land, irrigated agricultural land. Okay. So, what are the two different agricultural land, children? Rain-fed agricultural land and irrigated agricultural land. Okay. So, let us see what is meant by rain-fed agricultural land. So, farmers, they will grow crops according to the category of the land they own. So, they cannot grow all type of crops in the particular land. Okay. So, according to the category of this agricultural land they have owned, farmers grow crops. Okay. So, first rain-fed agricultural land. What is meant by rain-fed agricultural land? In this agricultural land, there will be a less rainfall. Okay, so agricultural land which falls under less rainfall areas is called as rain-fed agricultural land. Okay, so this agricultural land will be having less rainfall, so that they are called as rain-fed agricultural land. So, crops which require less water suitable for that soil are grown. Okay, so the crops, some crops, they will require only less water for their growth. So, such crops can be grown in this rain-fed agricultural land, because as this agricultural land is having less rainfall, only the crops which requires less water can be grown in this land. And rain-fed cultivation is also called as husky or dryland cultivation. Okay, rain-fed cultivation, the cultivation which is undergone in this rain-fed agriculture land is called as husky or dryland cultivation. So, what is the what is the other name of rain-fed cultivation? Husky or dryland cultivation. Understood, children? Now, let us move to second category of agricultural land, that is irrigated agricultural land. So, irrigated, the word itself you can understand that irrigated means some agricultural land has more water availability, so that the crops which requires more water can be grown in such type of irrigated agricultural land. Okay. So, water is an important wealth for farmers, isn't it? So, without water there is impossible to cultivate the crops in the agricultural land. Yes. So, water is an important wealth for farmers because cultivation is impossible without water. So, we know rain is the main source of water. Okay. But there is every time whether there is a rainfall, children? No. Okay. So, that rain water which will be collected and stored in different sources and can be utilized to cultivate the land. Utilized means used to cultivate the land. Understood, children? So, there will not be every time rainfall, so that the water will be collected and stored in different sources and can be used to cultivate the land. Water can be stored in different sources such as ponds, canals, wells and bore wells. Then it is supplied to the crops from ponds, canals, wells and bore wells. So cultivating the land using water from any of these sources is called as irrigated agriculture. So we can cultivate the land by using the water from sources such as pond, canals, wells and bore wells. Such method of agriculture is called irrigated agriculture. So what is the irrigated agriculture? Cultivating the land using water from any of the water sources such as pond, canals, wells and bore wells. Understood, children? Now, some crops, they will depend the soil quality of the irrigated land. Such crops are called as irrigated crops. Okay, so some crops, they will depend the soil quality of the irrigated land. Such crops are called irrigated crops. So example for irrigated crops are sugarcane, paddy, cotton. Okay, so example for irrigated crops are sugarcane, paddy, cotton, etc. Okay, so they will depend the soil quality of the irrigated land. So they are called as irrigated crops. Now, sources of irrigation. So water will be collected and stored in pond, canals, wells and bore wells, which can be used by the agricultural land. So farmers, when they are using these sources of water, they will follow some typical or distinct irrigation methods to avoid wastage of water. Okay, so in order to avoid the wastage of water, farmers, they will use some irrigation methods. Okay, so irrigation means supplying water to the crops. Okay, so farmers adopt some irrigation methods to avoid wastage of water. So common irrigation methods adopted by the farmers while cultivating the crops are drip irrigation and spray irrigation. Okay, so what are the two irrigation methods, children? Drip irrigation and spray irrigation. Let us see about drip irrigation. So what is meant by drip irrigation? Water will be supplied to the roots of the crops drop by drop. So some pipes will be connected towards the root of the plant and water will be supplied to the root of the crop drop by drop. Such method of irrigation is called as drip irrigation. So what is meant by drip irrigation? Water will be supplied to the root of the crops drop by drop. Such method is called drip irrigation. Now spray irrigation. So what is meant by spray irrigation? Water will be sprayed over the crops uniformly as in rainfall. So here you can see in the picture. So in this method of irrigation, water will be sprayed. Okay, it will be sprayed over the crops equally or uniformly like rainfall. So such method of irrigation is called spray irrigation. So water is sprayed over the crops uniformly as in rainfall, and this method of irrigation is called spray irrigation or sprinkler irrigation. It is also called as sprinkler irrigation. Understood, children? So I hope that you all understand about agricultural land and irrigation methods. So next class we can see about the different methods of agriculture, that is different farming methods of agriculture. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.